Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of MCR Pod. I'm Ghadi,
I'm Mark.
and today we have very interesting topics titled Porsche. We have so many cool stuff to talk about Porsche, but obviously before we have to have our MCR drink taste test for today. Let's see if I can hit it first try. Oh, I already have it there. All right, cheers, bro. You just cheers me before you drink, fat ass.
I didn't get to the drink.
Two announcements to make. First of all, welcome everybody to our MCR community on WhatsApp. We're almost over 1,100 members, which is huge, honestly. I mean, that's like a lot
Big
of
community.
people. Yeah, it's a big community. I hope everybody's engaging and having fun in it. Second of all, I am making new MCR merch, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to have the link somewhere in the description. And yeah, let's just begin.
Yeah. So قبل ما نحكي عن Porsche غادي, how was your trip to Dubai?
Oh yeah, it was very nice. Honestly, like we went on Sunday, so I just came in time for Icons of Porsche, which is one of the biggest events, Porsche gatherings that they do worldwide, and so many nice cars. And I got to see the new 992.2 GT3, another really nice cars that I'm going to talk about. And after that, it was the regional drive for Taycan and Macan. So we got the chance to drive these cars firsthand, even though we got this car in Lebanon before. And then we had a really nice experience with classic cars. They got us Porsche museum vehicles.
Wow.
So we got the 964 Turbo, a 930 Turbo, and a 944 Turbo because they're celebrating their 50 years of Turbo. So we got to drive them from Palm Jumeirah, which was our resort, basically our hotel, from Palm Jumeirah to Jebel Jais. It was like a 2-hour and 30-minute drive, which was really tough, especially in a classic vehicle. But I mean, it was just one of a lifetime experience, honestly, driving these cars on amazing roads.
Question.
Yeah.
If you're an AC?
Dude, Salaha, we were struggling with air conditioning. I had Laura with me in the car at some point, and we were filming this really nice episode. I think it went live. Dude, we just wanted AC. The good thing that the 930 Turbo had the good AC. The other ones were just sweating in the car. So yeah. And one thing that I found very interesting, by the way, about driving these cars, on the highway, when you're passing like next to big trucks, the car sways. It's so funny because you're sitting right there and just cruising at like 100, and then you see the car move to the side when like you pass a truck. So the cars are very lightweight.
Oh.
And imagine the seats. I mean, I have to say they're not uncomfortable, but they're not the most comfortable place to be, honestly. I mean, for a 30-year-old seats, they're just fine, I guess.
They get the job done.
So what's it like joining Porsche for these regional drives? First of all, they put you in the best hotels, 5-star luxurious hotels. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner is all on them. And you eat the fanciest foods. So at some point, we had spring rolls with duck meat in it. We had, those expensive salmon, sushi, the steak that's so juicy and tender. They're just like,
Yum.
Yeah, I mean, I did eat a lot. We were very spoiled, to be honest. I have to say that. And the flight there was really nice. I was traveling with Middle East Airlines, and the pilot, he's a G, honestly. He's a good friend of mine. He upgraded me and my mom to business class as soon as he saw me on the flight.
Oh, you went with your mom?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because the whole visa thing was just a mess in Lebanon, and they technically forced us to travel together because we applied as a family visa. There, nobody cared, so it wouldn't have mattered. But I mean, my mom got to experience like the whole thing with me.
Oh, right, Mark, كمان like to
the hotel. So I was going, obviously, at Porsche. My mom was just walking around Palm Jumeirah, just checking out cool stuff. I also got, let me show you. Let me pull up this. First of all, they gave me this really nice disposable camera, Icons of Porsche. Let's take a selfie right now. Wait. Okay, 1, 2. And Icons of Porsche, we got this leatherette. Genuine Porsche leather. Smell it.
Oh.
Right?
Oh, that smells so good.
It just feels like a new Porsche in your hand.
Yeah.
And you also get, obviously, for the media drives, I get my name with Lebanon on it. So yeah,
nice.
that's really nice to have. I keep those as, souvenirs. Taycan Macan. Porsche is very proud of their EV line, right? Taycan is arguably one of the best driving electric vehicles I've ever been in. Until the Macan came. And I'm like, hold on. Porsche is doing an amazing job with their EVs, even though we hate EVs.
Okay, an EV cannot replace a sports car.
Never.
But it can replace a daily.
It definitely can. But what if it's a Porsche? Do you think it's a true Porsche if it's an EV?
ما بعرف. I don't think so.
Why?
The thing is, with an EV, you don't get the driving feel. You don't get the roar of the engine. You don't get...
It's good you say that. You get so much feel from driving an electric Taycan or Macan that sometimes you just like, does it really matter if it's not a combustion engine? Listen, I'm going to get a lot of hate for it, but hear me out for a second. EVs, usually when you drive them, they feel soft. They feel like a toy. And all electric vehicles drive the same. They don't have any character. So you lose the sound, you lose the feel, you lose everything, but you just get sheer speed. In Taycan and Macan, you're getting a lot of sound, even though obviously it's fake, but you get sound. The gas pedal of the accelerator is very heavy under your foot. So feel like you're actually doing something for the car to move. You're actually putting in work, which like in any other electric car, you get the power instantly without having to put any effort. In the Porsche electric vehicles, you have to step on it. And the satisfaction you get once you step on it is super nice. And it's like a naturally aspirated vehicle. The response is so instant, but at the same time, it's heavy. It has a very sports car feel to it. And when Porsche says the Macan and Taycan are true Porsches at heart, I kind of agree. It has the same feel.
Okay, do you think مثلا a Taycan would be just as fun as a GT3 on track?
Never. It will never come close. But as an electric vehicle, this is the best thing you can get. If you want to experience EVs, like the ultimate version of electric vehicles, drive a Porsche. As I told you, I've driven so many electric vehicles. I've driven Teslas. I've driven, so many EVs that are just all the same. Nothing is memorable. But now that I jumped into the Macan Turbo, this car goes from 0 to 100 in 3.3. The Taycan Turbo S, 2.4. So it genuinely just ruins your perception of speed because you can't control your body. There's so much torque, so much G-force in it. You're just like jumping with every throttle response because it is so damn accurate. Not even lag. I don't know what lag is in this car. You just like, before you even press on the throttle, that car is going.
Wow.
So yeah, and the quality is nice. The design is nice. What do you think of the new Macan compared to the ICE version?
The new Macan, I think it looks better than the old one. The old one, heck, it's like a bit more rounded out. The new Macan, it's like sharp fucking lines
It
everywhere.
does. Do you think it needs a spoiler on the top, on the roof?
ما بعرف إذا maybe like on a GTS model.
I don't know if they have plans for that, but the turbo now is the top of the line. So you have Macan, Macan 4, Macan 4S, I believe, and then Macan Turbo. All Macans have the same spoiler in the back. So it's an active spoiler that goes up.
مثل Cayenne Coupe.
Yeah, it opens in the back, yeah.
Okay. بالنص.
Yeah, the normal Macan looks as aggressive. You don't have to get the turbo to get the most out of it. The base Macan is just very fun to drive. Obviously, you get the most range in the Macan, in the normal standard Macan. The rear-wheel drive version, I believe. It's around 640 kilometers.
That's
around
good.
Range. This is claim. I mean, in Lebanon, it will drop to around maybe 400-ish, which is still fine.
Still
to be honest.
acceptable.
It's still fine.
400 يعني بتروح من بيروت to clutch and carb.
Yeah, the 5 times.
Like I've never driven a Porsche electric vehicle.
Okay.
I've driven a have I driven a Porsche? I can't remember. يمكن like a Boxster. Like what I'd like to drive, Cayman GT4.
Oh yeah.
Aras.
Fuck yeah.
I've driven the Audi e-tron GT, which
Oh, okay.
is almost a Taycan.
Very similar.
You know, same drivetrain at the time, same batteries, I think, same engine, same gearbox.
Same chassis, same everything.
تقريبا the same car.
The tuning is a bit more aggressive on the Taycan. The Taycan is sportier, especially when you go to the Turbo and Turbo S versions. The RS e-tron GT is very close. Both get the same acceleration, the same sound. You remember how the e-tron GT, the RS e-tron GT sounded?
بس حتى drive تعمل like
Yeah.
برا. Yeah.
Exactly. And then when you floor it, it goes like woo.
Yeah, I like that sound.
It sounds nice, you know? Because this is what you want from an electric vehicle at the end of the day. You don't want something that goes like, and that's it. You feel like you can hear the electric motor churning. And you want the fake sound, whether we like it or not,
I think it's here to stay.
has to stay. So might as well, if it's well engineered. BMW have this weird sounds that it's designed by Hans Zimmer. I don't know if you've seen it on the i5, I think. i5 M50. What was it called? Something like that. Dude, as you listen to it, it just sounds melodic. You know, you're just like listening to it. Is this my car? Do I have like an orchestra sitting in the back? What is that?
Really?
Yeah. This is what it sounds like. Look.
Oh, that's so nice.
Right?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. صراحة. Hans Zimmer is goated. One of my favorite movies ever, Interstellar.
Oh, such a nice movie.
Yeah, it's the best movie ever.
Like, did he make the startup sound? بس تكبسها like the
On the
start
i8?
stop على لا على XM. Like, hey, it goes like.
I don't know,
Have
to be
you,
honest.
bro, it scared the shit out of me أول مرة
It's
دورت
cool.
XM. Cause like قعدت هيك and I'm like I try to put in drive, it doesn't want to go in drive.
Okay.
So apparently I have to like press the brakes and then click the button.
Yeah.
And then نزل the steering wheel.
Yeah.
هو عم ينزل the steering wheel, the car just goes and I'm just
Yeah, it sounds
bass
good.
boosted. I was like, yeah. بس أول مرة ما توقعتها. Yeah. Speaking of scary, Taycan probably has crazy acceleration.
They have the Taycan Turbo GT.
مظبوط.
So it's the first time that the Taycan gets
Turbo
a
GT.
Turbo GT naming. On the higher end, because you can get with the Weissach package. So, or the Weissach. So the Weissach package gets you a big ass carbon wing in the back. You remove the rear seats. So you delete the back seats and it's all carbon roll cage or whatever.
Chill.
And then,
Who needs back seats?
exactly, who gives a fuck in your 4-door?
Yeah.
You want the Taycan for
No.
speed.
Yeah.
And then acceleration is mind-blowing. We have to experience like a Taycan Turbo S Shimarda. You're gonna shit your pants, I promise you.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait to shit my pants.
So
I'm gonna wear brown pants that day.
yeah. One huge thing that we have to talk about, you know how the whole world is shifting into electric, but for some reason now they're backing off. They're like, oh no, we don't want to go there no more. Nobody's buying our EVs. This is exactly what Porsche has done. Their CFO, his name is Lutz Mischke. I probably butchered that name, but anyways, we are currently looking at the possibility of the originally planned all-electric vehicles having a hybrid drive or a combustion engine. So the Macan electric or the Taycan could have engines.
Oh.
So the Macan was originally designed, the new one, could fit an engine. So if you open the frunk, there is space for an engine. But will that work? Their whole marketing strategy is EV. The whole Macan EV, Macan BEV, what they call it. So imagine putting an engine in there.
Maybe just like range extender engine. ما ضروري يكون attached to the wheels. Like directly
You think
through
so?
a gearbox.
Why would they do the range extender?
مثل ما عملوا بال what is it called?
Voya?
Voya free.
Yeah. But why would they do that?
لأنه it gets rid of the range anxiety you get from an electric.
But the main thing with people annoying them on EVs because they're not getting any engagement. They want combustion. They want cool cars to drive.
Yeah, but maybe as you don't care about the driving feel.
Yeah.
Or like the engagement of having an engine. You just want the range. Or you just want the what do you call it? مثلا no. As you have solar panels at home, just plug that shit in. No need to go to the gas station. But in case, مثلا, let's say you had a very long trip, okay, you don't have somewhere to charge, just fill up with gas and just keep going.
That's true. Anna, I like the concept of a range extender, but for Porsche, obviously EV sales aren't doing that good. So Taycan registered 3,394 units to the third quarter of 2024. So that's a 35% decline from the previous year.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. So
maybe that's why they want to put a range
exactly.
extender or something.
They're
like
listening to Porsche owners. They're like, guys, we're not that interested in Porsche electric vehicles. Give us back a combustion engine vehicles. But I mean, Taycan getting a hybrid engine is interesting because I don't think it was built to have one. The whole platform was not built to fit a flat six or a 4-cylinder engine.
Maybe something smaller. Mazda.
Yeah.
Mazda مش حطوا like a rotary? Oh, they're planning on putting a rotary as a range extender in their SUVs.
Really?
Yeah. So they're gonna have like a one rotor.
Mm-hmm.
شي محل بالصندوق حيكبوه.
Interesting.
And it's just gonna be set straight to a generator.
Yeah.
In the trunk or somewhere like هيك شيء.
I don't know. It's going to be weird for Porsche, to be honest. Now, Porsche is shifting a lot of their strategy, right? So, like all the manufacturers, اللي قالوا إنه نحن by 2025 or 2030, we're going to have most of our sales to be EVs. Porsche said that by 2025, half of their sales are going to be either EVs or plug-in hybrids. And then by 2030, it's going to be 80% EVs. So, إذا بتفكر فيها, Porsche is going to die من هلا لوقتها.
Yeah. As all you're selling is EVs, that's going to be a problem.
Exactly. And what I think they should be doing is what BMW is doing now. So you have, for example, for the 5 Series, you have an EV version, you have a plug-in hybrid version, and you have a combustion engine version. So you have all the options for everybody. So certain markets don't want EVs at this point. For example, Lebanon. Lebanon's infrastructure isn't that ready for EVs. And I know so many countries, Dubai as well. There aren't many charging stations in Dubai. So you can only own an EV if you have like a big house with a charger at home. So this whole shift that basically Euro countries are putting out there doesn't make any sense. So now they're just pushing their boundaries and they're going to make more combustion engines. But the trickery is, and the money that's going to be spent is converting a Macan that was originally built to be an EV to have an ICE engine.
It's probably مثل ما صار بالمرسيدس C63.
Yeah.
When they switched to a hybrid system and then nobody bought the car.
And they put back V8.
So they put back the V8 هلا in 2026. I think it's going to be a V8 again. But I think they're going through the same struggle. You know,
Everybody.
They're switching to EVs مش عم يمشي الحال and they have to re-put back ICE engines into their cars لأنه nobody's going to buy them unless there's an engine in there.
There's so much money spent and wasted by doing that. Because you had a lot of development being spent on one thing and then you're switching back. Porsche has this K1 SUV that should sit on top of the Cayenne and has to be fully electric. This was due to be in 2028. Now they're just reconsidering it. And if they either gonna do it, because now it's still in its early phase, if they're not gonna do electric vehicles by 2030, then this SUV is either gonna have an ICE or just pushed back.
Emerson 718.
Yeah.
They're planning on switching it to a full electric.
Right. Supposed to come out like 2026, 2027. Now with the whole change, it either is not gonna go into production or
it's gonna become a hybrid.
Maybe, because they're making the decisions now. Porsche said that we are currently in the middle of making conceptual decisions. What is clear is that we are sticking with the combustion engine for much longer, which is great news for everybody. I feel like the whole car world is healing slowly. Honestly, it just makes me so happy that even though it's going to cost them shit ton of money, they're doing what everybody wants to see.
Yeah, we don't want to see a electric GT4.
But you know what? After driving again the Taycan and the Macan, I trust Porsche are going to make a super fun 718 because I've seen renders. It looks like the headlights on the Macan. You know how cute they look?
Yeah.
Imagine having them on a small Cayman or Boxster. It would look so nice, and it would feel, I can tell you, I can promise you that it's going to drive nice.
So they can manage the weight, they can give us good power,
Good sound,
fake sound, obviously.
but Porsche sound is good sound. I'm not biased. I just genuinely feel it's so satisfying. And you know how the Macan is one of the best-selling Porsche models. You know, Porsche relies on the Macan for profit. And now if nobody's buying the new Macan, then they have to rethink. And this is why now they're just in a panic mode because the Macan, obviously it's a new car, but they're not seeing that many sales, even though it's an amazing car. I genuinely really enjoyed it. But some people, they're like, I can't work with an EV now. And they're even more expensive. EVs outside are more expensive than their normal ICE alternatives. So they have to do it just to sustain themselves.
Have you seen the prices on Taycan lately?
Yeah.
They're crazy.
They're depreciating so much. So if you go, for example, for 2021 models, in the UK, I found these numbers. They're going for $50,000. Even lower. New, it costs around 110.
Like, أنا بعرف people tell me إنه buy a Porsche if you want something that doesn't depreciate quick. بس هلا what you're telling me, هلا what we're
The
seeing,
Taycan.
the electrics,
Yeah.
all of them are depreciating so fast.
Yeah.
حتى if we want to talk about the Mercedes,
Yeah.
EQS, EQA,
The whole EQs.
ماشي, just give it 2 years, half off.
Because you know what I feel like? Nobody wants to buy a second-hand EV. So if you're in the market to pay for a Taycan, you'd buy it new.
Like, I mean, look at the profits. I think they're down 27% on the Porsches
Yeah.
compared to last year.
27% for Porsche decrease is huge. One of the most popular brands in the world to be struggling just because of one decision.
It's a big decision though.
Yeah. Which is why they're just going back. They're like, guys, come back.
Backing out of their decision. I
Yeah.
know it's not sustainable. Like, Gadi, I think بالأول you mentioned the GT3 992.2.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on it?
It looks good. It looks very aggressive. They lost the daytime running lights on the bottom, so now it's just carbon fiber vents that's happening. The back is a bit bubblier than before. I personally would go for the 992.1 for two reasons. Not just because it looks bubbly. Because the new one, now with the whole emissions, has lost a bit of torque.
Oh, really?
I think it's 20 newton meters of torque, which is not that much. But I mean, the engine is getting suffocated year by year. Now, with the Euro 7 emissions, Porsche is saying that we will not keep the 4-liter naturally aspirated flat six for the new generation GT3. By 2027, we're going to change the powertrain.
They're going to switch it either hybrid or turbocharged.
Yes, they are. What do you think they'd go for?
I think they go hybrid.
Why? I think so,
So I
too.
think they're going to keep the turbos for the GT2
Or the 911 Turbo.
or the 911 Turbo,
Exactly.
Turbo S. Or they're going to put a hybrid powertrain بالGT3.
Mhm.
لأنه the electric motor will give you torque on demand. Whereas إذا حطيت turbo in GT3, you're going to get turbo lag.
Yeah. So the 911 Carrera GTS gets a T hybrid powertrain. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, it was like 50 more kilos. And
74 kilograms added. But you know
Okay.
what the T hybrid does? The T hybrid, they ditched the twin turbocharged on the 3-liter and they expanded it to a 3.6 now on the GTS. And they have one single turbocharger, but with an electric motor inside of it. So obviously to spool things better and then to reduce lag. So that whole unit now is the same weight as the 2 turbochargers that you had in the that you still have honestly on the normal Carreras basically, not on the GTS.
fun fact على GTS with the T hybrid system.
Mhm.
There's no longer a wastegate on the turbo.
Yeah, true.
So now the motor on the turbo slows down the spinny thingy.
The turbocharger.
What the fuck is the spinny thingy called?
The turbine?
The turbine.
Yeah.
Okay, you can recharge the batteries through the turbocharger.
Exactly. So yeah, you have an electric motor in the PDK unit, but you can't have a manual version anymore if they choose to use the electric motor on the PDK for the next generation GT3, because the whole unit was obviously designed as a hybrid for the PDK. If you remove the PDK unit, you remove the electric motor as well. So a manual transmission might not be available unless they redesign this whole hybrid system again for the GT3. I think they won't. That's too much money spent, and it's just you already have a system that works. They're just gonna call it a day and just remove the manual transmission, which is why manual GT3s now are gonna boom in prices. This is how I see it going.
Asan, doesn't the GT3 RS not come with a manual option? The RS only comes in PDK.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're just gonna remove the manual transmission option altogether. Just give you the PDK على the GT3 and the 3RS.
Yeah. So manual transmission, the
Gone.
big engine displacement,
Gone.
and then the high revving engine.
Gone. I don't know if they're gonna keep it revving to 9.
Yeah.
That's already a huge number.
Yeah.
Maybe like 8. Still acceptable.
But I like the new technology that they're doing. The T hybrid is very cool. And you know the car, when you crank it, it doesn't crank anymore. So the starter and the generator are now just part of this whole hybrid system unit. So the second you turn the key, the car turns on.
It doesn't go no, you know, it just goes oh, and it's on now, and I'm like, what?
Exactly.
When did you turn on? It's like
It's a compromise that Porsche has to be doing. To be honest, it's still fresh to see that they're trying to find ways. But I mean, fuck Euro 7 emissions.
fuck Euro 7 emissions.
Literally. And
Ruining everything, bro. Adding shit to my exhaust that doesn't even fucking need to be there.
right? Fuck OPF filters.
Fuck OPF filters. Pieces of shit filters that just clog over time.
Yeah. And
They
they
don't do shit.
make the car sound ass.
Make the sound card like ass.
Like Marchie's car.
Like Marchie said.
Guys, by the way, we have a special guest. Marchie, come and say hi before we continue. Guys, remember last time we roasted the shit out of Marchie's car? So, Marchie, you're the first guest technically. Bro, Marchie's going to be here for literally 3 seconds, so we're chilling. Okay, so guys, Marchie is the guy that we roasted his car last time. He has an S3 that sounds,
Like shit.
yeah, it looks like.
Shit.
And then it's just...
Shit.
Marchie is chill. Yeah, it's a C tier.
It's a C tier car.
Thank you.
Yeah. So stay tuned for the end of the episode because we're going to actually drive it and see...
How shit it actually is.
Yeah.
Yes, hopefully no oil leaks.
Yeah.
but,
Hopefully.
Marchie, did you cry when we said your car is a C tier?
yes, actually, Golf is apparently better than.
Yeah.
According to you.
Yeah, the
know,
Golf
like
4
the
is
Golf,
just-
yeah, it's just better than my
Yeah,
car.
I'm
so.
sorry we had to be so
So
mean to you.
real, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But why were you so mean to Marchie? Marchie seems like a nice guy.
Why we mean? Guys,
I'm not
but
being mean to him. It's just like حط لي quattro تحت that's on the
It
RS3.
came with the grill. Hey guys, if you guys don't know, I actually helped behind the scenes, so
Yeah.
I've been used a lot.
Yeah. Marchie's our slave technically today.
Yes, I've been.
We're not even paying him.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
not.
literally,
We
I-
just got him an MCR drink, right, Marchie?
Literally,
Was it good?
That's
It
you,
was
no,
really
that's not
good,
even
guys.
yours.
It's not mine, bro.
Okay, Marchie, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome, guys. I'll see you in like a bit, yeah?
Yeah, get the. Oh yeah, this is it, guys. So every time we roast your car, if you get too sad about
Sweaty.
it, yeah, we
If you
just
get too sweaty, we might bring you on here and just
Yeah.
roast you in person.
exactly.
Camaro guy, where the fuck are
Yeah,
you?
Camaro guy, we're waiting for you. Come, you have a seat here. Your car, yeah, bro. He texted me. He told me, he's like, why were you so mean to my car? I'm like, buddy, I'm so sorry,
I
but
know
I mean,
you sent it to me.
next up. Speaking of like cars that sound like ass, let's go now to one of my favorite sections of this pod: the best sounding engines ever made.
We didn't talk about the fucking tech on the GT3.
Okay, let's talk about it then.
Okay, let's talk about it then. Speaking of the GT3, G,
Yeah, do you like the new digital tag?
fuck no. I
You li-
hate that shit.
You like the analog?
Yes, of
Me
course.
too. Okay, we agree.
Yeah, we agree on something,
Okay,
finally.
great.
Then we don't agree on what's the best card. We don't agree on what's the best one of the Holy Trinity. We don't
Yeah.
agree on anything. We do agree on you're the best car reviewer in the Middle East.
There we go. That's my guy. I'm not paying you for
After
that. okay?
Laura.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
You know what? Laura's chill. I don't mind. Next section is the best sounding engines. And I mean, there's a lot to talk about because we're starting off from 1-cylinder engine.
We are?
Yeah, to 16
I
cylinder
started
engine.
from 3.
Okay, bro, I'm gonna tell you 2 surprises.
One-cylinder engine cars?
Oh yeah, baby, there are.
I didn't know those shit existed. بعرف انه في 2. I think there's a French car that comes with a 2-cylinder.
You're gonna be surprised. Okay, at number 1, we have the Peel P50. The tiny 3-wheeled British
BMW?
car. No, the fucking Peel. Have you played Forza Horizon before? Dude, look at this car.
Eh, مش Forza they have the... Oh, that one! I thought you meant the... في واحد لأنه it's also a BMW 3-wheeler.
Yeah, I said that. Look at this. It's doing it.
Bro, he's 2-wheeling that shit.
Dude, this is a 49cc. 49cc, 4.5 horsepower, 1-cylinder engine. It's a 2-stroke engine. That's the funniest car ever
He's
made.
2-wheeling.
It has a 3-speed gearbox, by the way. 3-speed.
Wow, that's a lot of speeds for 1-cylinder.
Yeah. You know what's the top speed on this?
Probably like 50.
60, actually.
60?
Yeah, on a good day. Unless you had a burger at night. So it's probably
Kilometers an hour.
yeah, it's gonna be like so slow. So yeah, that's one cylinder engine. Second, two-cylinder engine is the Alfa Romeo / Fiat 0.9 liter twin air turbocharged inline 2.
Turbocharged.
Yeah. So it has a tiny inline 2 and it sounds like this.
Okay, look. Honestly,
Yeah?
تتذكر when you were loading this up and I said, is that a V6?
Yeah, there we go. It sounds good, huh?
It doesn't sound
It sounds
bad.
better than Marchie's car.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't do but it sounds fine. For 3-cylinder engines, I have the Toyota G16E-GTS that came in the Toyota Yaris GR.
Oh, yes. It does sound good, to be honest. But you know what sounds better?
What?
Ford Fiesta ST. Dude, that thing is a 3-cylinder and it has cylinder deactivation. For a better
Cylinder deactivation on a 3-cylinder?
For a better fuel economy. Bro, this thing does 300 km بالتانكة or 15 kilometers per liter.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It makes 200 horsepower at 6,000 RPM.
200 horsepower from a 1.0 turbo?
From 1.5 EcoBoost.
On 1.5.
Yeah.
Look, okay, but do you think it sounds better than this?
Oh no, that sounds good.
Okay, that's a GR Yaris. Okay,
Yeah, I like the
maybe
GR
it has
Yaris.
an exhaust.
When we're talking stock, buddy.
Okay, but it's
By the
hard
way,
to
the
find them.
BMW i8 sounds good, but you know why I did not include it?
It's a hybrid.
Not only that, it has speakers attached to the back of the exhaust.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
So the car literally makes fake noise for outside, but it sounds good. It has burps in it. Watch this.
You know what it reminds me of? انت عم تقول لي انه it has the speakers on the outside, the Challenger concept thingy.
Yeah.
When he was revving it and it's an EV, it's a full EV and he's going and I was like, what is that?
It's a shame. Numero 4, 4-cylinder. What do we have? Same time.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
EJ20.
Lancer Evo. Oh,
What'd you put?
Lancer Evo. The 4-pot on the Mitsubishi.
4G63. أنا حطيت EJ20 or EJ25 from the Subaru WRX STI.
Oh, I know you're gonna say that. But you know why I prefer the Subaru is too bassy. I feel like it's too much.
Like, here's the thing. All 4 cylinders sound the same. Okay, I need to say this that it genuinely pissed me off.
Yeah.
Once I was walking my dog, okay, and I hear something go, what? And I was like, oh, that's probably a Golf GTI. Okay, I was like, is it a 6 GTI or a 7 GTI? Maybe a Golf R, برامج 11 شو طلعت.
شو طلعت؟
A fucking Mustang EcoBoost. طلعت Mustang EcoBoost. I was like, bro.
Damn, okay. This is why you hate EcoBoost.
That's why I hate EcoBoosts.
Yeah.
And that's why I hate 4 cylinders. They all sound the same.
Yeah, the Mustang doesn't
Best.
work for that.
The EJ20, EJ25, especially على WRX STI, have unequal length headers. So they have a rumbly sound. So instead of just going Golf, going, they have a...
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
It
you
sounds
won't
good.
find that sound على other
Yeah.
inline 4s.
And if you just watch the Evo now, look how satisfying it sounds with the turbo. It sounds really good. Exactly, whatever you made, it sounds exactly the same. I have to say something. How can you differentiate? People tell us, how can you differentiate car sounds? How can you tell this is a 4-pot, this is a V10, this is turbocharged, this is naturally aspirated? There's obviously key criteria. The main things that you have to look for: displacement, cylinder count, the configuration, the firing order, and obviously if it's turbocharged, supercharged, or naturally aspirated. So displacement, smaller engines have high-pitched sounds compared to larger engines who have deep, bass, and heavy sounds. So for example, like a V8, a 6.2 liter V8 would be like boop, 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 compared to like a 1.6 liter Honda
Oh, okay.
or whatever, it's just like
Hey,
the
don't
VTEC.
talk shit about my 1.6. I don't have one. But I love
Okay, I know you do.
D16
Yeah.
Honda Civic.
If you go for the cylinder count, for example, like a fewer cylinder obviously have a sharper sound, but if you go for more cylinders, it has a smoother sound. So more cylinder putting in more of the work, it's all smooth. And then there's the configuration. An inline sounds very different from a V. So an inline, for example, the BMW, it has like this balanced hum to it. The V has a rumble or roar. Then you have the flat 6 engine, which has this uneven rumble you talked about with the Subaru. So you can easily tell. And then obviously there's a cross plane and flat plane. So the flat plane can go up in the revs, it's high pitched. The cross plane, again, with the boop, 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 boop sounds. So whenever a car passes by, you can easily tell if it's flat plane or cross plane. You can easily tell how many cylinders there are in there because you can tell from the rumble of it.
If you can't hear any of the or the then it's probably a naturally aspirated engine.
Exactly. And if the shifts take too much time to engage,
It's probably a manual and the guy's dumb as shit.
yeah, that's me, bro. And I'd be
That's
like,
Khadi and he can't find 6th gear.
5-cylinder engine. The only right answer would be
VR5 is an engine made by Volkswagen from 1997 to 2006.
I honestly would say Audi. The Audi Quattro that was out in, I think, the early
Oh, you're talking
90s.
old Audi 5-cylinder.
No, the new ones. But I mean, they
okay.
started off with the 1980s when we had the iconic Audi Quattro. They won like 23 rally victories. And they just kept on improving it up until now. Wait, not the current generation. I don't really like the way it sounds, but I mean like 2018, 2019 is the best sweet spot for baby V10 sound. Right?
It sounds good, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Best.
What is that?
That's a Golf.
Oh, it sounds so fucking good.
Yeah. لأنه it's naturally aspirated. It's a naturally aspirated 15-degree VR5.
Yeah, Volvo too. Marchie's right, bro. Volvo.
I can't see that shit.
Exactly.
I
they
have
started-
glasses and they don't work. Some Volvos are 5 cylinders, but they don't sound that good.
But this is the Volvo. Okay, so we're going for Golf and then Volvo and then RS3. Next up, 6 cylinders. I have quite a few, to be honest. I have 3. I have flat, inline, and then V.
I have flat inline and V as well.
Okay, so Porsche Flat 6, obviously.
Porsche Flat 6 is specifically the one in the GT4 RS. For the sole reason of the intake is right next to your ear.
Oh, yes.
So not only do you hear the exhaust, so I have an engine sound. This is the GT4 RS.
I've driven this car. I love it.
It's amazing.
I love it. It's one of the best cars ever made. Yep, 9,000 RPM. You can't beat that. For the V6, and to be honest, I have Quadrifoglio, I have Giulia, I have Italian V6. 2.9 liter twin turbo V6.
VR38 DETT. That's the engine in the Nissan GT-R R35. It's a VQ with turbos, true bass. It has a deeper rumble than a VQ. And my 350Z sounds like shit compared to it. Come on. No, it's a better sounding VQ.
And then obviously we have the inline 6, BMW's inline 6.
BMW inline 6, N55, S55, B58, S58.
Everything.
All of those. They sound amazing. All
They
of
sound
them.
beautiful.
Stop. Stop. It sounds great, bro. Like when you're driving it, okay? When you lift off while you're under boost, it just goes. And to me, I think BMW sound the best. I just wanted to put the worst sounding V6.
Yeah.
Do you hear anything?
No.
That's the Ferrari F80G.
Oh.
Fuck that.
Oh my God, bro. I'm upset there. Dude, Ferrari are gonna fucking sue us. I know that. They're gonna sue us. He's like,
Bro, it doesn't sound like anything. I heard the videos of it on track.
Yeah.
There's no engine sound. But that's why I put absolutely nothing. I didn't even like. I didn't bother لأن مش على الفيديو لأنه I remember ما في شيء إلا wind noise.
Flat 6, inline 6 or V6 from what we talked about.
Like I think it's really tough between flat to inline.
No, I would have said V6. The Quadrifoglio.
لا and I have a very sweet spot للfucking BMWs.
Honestly, I would go for flat 6 just because you can rev up to 9,000 and I just love the feel from it. I feel like that engine could take a proper beating. I just like the reliability that comes with Porsches.
M2 F87 competition.
Okay, I'd go GT4 RS then.
Okay.
There we go. V8, I have so many options. To be honest, I couldn't choose one. I have 7.
I chose 1.
We have to mention the Ferrari 458 Italia. It's obviously one of the best sounding V8s ever made. Jaguar F-Type R.
Fucking CA06G. It's the same as a 458, just better.
No, Ferrari's shift better.
Shift better.
Yeah, the gearbox, the whole shifting feel of it, I think in Ferraris is much better.
Okay, but we're talking engine sound, مش how it shifts.
It doesn't have any drama on the shifts, to be
Come
honest.
on.
شفت هيدا اللي عندي ما بحب. I don't like هيدا. I don't like it.
But it sounds so good.
Supercharged V8 on Dodge Ram vehicle, 6.2 liter. Do you like that supercharged engine?
شو الهلكة؟
Yeah.
Like I don't like the sound of the supercharger.
You don't like?
لا I don't like that. I don't like that shit.
Oh my, get the fuck out.
Okay, يلا.
Dude, supercharger wine is
I hate
goated.
it. I hate
Fuck.
it.
Okay, Marco. Mustang GT350.
Sure, I like that car.
You like that? Lexus. Let's go for RCF or LC.
Ooh, I was gonna
500.
write RCF, but I couldn't find
Dude,
a
they
good
still listen
sounding
to
one,
it.
so I didn't. Have you heard the RCF on red line? It's fucking crazy. That red line, bro.
And then obviously, the iconic German muscle cars. E90 M3. And then the W204 C63. 6.2 and 4.
Would you prefer BMW V8?
Yes.
E92 M3?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
E90
yes.
M3.
Any day, bro. And I think like this is like one of my dream cars ever. E90, not E92. I love the E90.
E90, yeah. B7 RS4.
I remember one, Autoshine had one, the Army Tricks one. It was gray with green accents. I filmed it like in 2016. It had a proper Army Tricks exhaust on a V8 RS4.
I think I've seen it.
It sounds so good. It's so underrated as Sierra. And you get a wagon, a mini wagon with a V8.
A lot of older Audis are underrated.
Yeah. 10-cylinder engines.
There is no better choice than a Lexus LFA.
Okay, I would say that too. Yamaha engineered exhaust system. I agree, but would you say that CGT sounds better?
No, I think maybe they sound similar. As you said, feel Yamaha engineering that went into it. So I think sitting in it, I think you'll enjoy LFA أكتر من CGT.
Yeah. But I think the CGT has a more shotgunny sound to it.
It sounds like it's more excited to like do something.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh, you want to floor it? Let's floor it.
You want to die
know?
tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Rip
Paul
Paul
Walker.
Obviously, Huracan or R8 V10, the 5.2. Iconic sound.
That's why it has that sound instead of
So
that.
you prefer even firing or odd firing?
Even.
Even too, yeah. But the V10 on the Huracan is
It doesn't sound bad. That's the thing. It doesn't sound bad.
Sounds
But it's
iconic,
just
bro.
the even fighting V10
yeah.
اللي اجى كمان على I think Murcielago. No.
Gallardo?
Gallardo.
Yeah.
It's an even firing.
Yeah.
So it's I don't think the Gallardo sounds better
No.
than the
Never.
Huracan. But
Maybe earlier ones, Bala, they did have like a very screaming sound to them. I really like it. Especially the one Stradman has. You know the orange one?
yeah.
Yeah, it sounds so good. I think he has the earlier models.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was a 5 liter. And then they converted back to 5.2. Or am I wrong? Yeah, there you go. I think it has a pre-facelift 5 liter engine. 5.0 is the even firing. The 5.2 is the odd firing.
Okay.
So this is why I think it just
That's why
sounds...
the 5.0 sounds better than the 5.2.
Yeah, exactly. V12s.
I was gonna put SVJ, and then I remembered the F12 exists.
Ferrari F140 is one of the ultimate best sounding engines ever fucking made.
I have to agree.
F12, La Ferrari, A12 Superfast, Enzo, all the variations of it, and the 599. They started off as a 6.0, and then as a 6.3, and now it's a 6.5. That V12 just never gets old.
It doesn't.
The Aston Martin V12, the 6 liter, is just two Ford Mondeo engines welded together. So it's a 3 liter V6 combined into it, and then it's just a V12.
مش غلط.
مش غلط أبداً. It sounds interesting. You know, it just had good exhaust sound because it sounds rich. The Gordon Murray T50.
I was gonna put that,
Yeah.
but I have one problem with the T50.
What?
Every single video I watch online, nobody knows how to shift it properly.
Yeah.
They all take too long to go into gear. But it goes.
It's made obviously to be manual. The charm of it is a manual.
It's a
V12.
manual. But the revs drop so. And I complain إنه cars like manual cars have something called rev hang,
Yeah.
which is بس تشيل إزرك على البنزين. The RPMs don't drop quick enough.
Yeah.
But at T50, I feel like they drop too fast.
Yeah.
Nobody has time to change gears. You're already back to idle. From red line to idle. قبل ما تلحق تحط the second gear. So it has to do the and then it goes back down to idle. But then while you're clutching out, it goes
yeah.
تدعس بنزين مرة
And then we
تانية.
finally get to one of the biggest engines ever fitted to cars, 16-cylinder engines. And actually, only 3 brands ever put 16-cylinder engines. So we got Bugatti, obviously, and the Veyron, and the Chiron, and the Cento Dieci, and then all the other cars that they did. They put a V16 on a Caddy in 1930. It was a 7.4 liter natural aspirated V16. Cicetta or Cicetta Moroder. I don't know how to pronounce that name, honestly. It was a 1991 V16 as well. It's basically like two Lamborghini V8s.
V16 or W16?
Bugatti, so we're talking Chiron.
Bugatti, we're talking Chiron
Yeah.
or Tourbillon.
Like, I love natural aspirated sounds. I love everything that comes with it. But for some reason, I feel like I want to listen to the V16 of the Tourbillon more. Because the W16 doesn't sound good. It just sounds aggressive. It sounds like huge.
It's just a lot of bass.
Yeah, and it
just-
sounds better from the inside than the outside.
Yeah.
Because you have the turbo sounds and everything.
Yeah, but the V16, it's not high pitched, but you know, it has a ring to it
Yeah.
as it's going through the RPM.
I like the way they
range.
went with it, to be honest. But having zero turbos is quite the challenge, to be honest. How much power they're putting out now.
I think it's 1,000 naturally aspirated.
Okay, do you like the butterfly doors on the Bugatti? Do you like the strategy they're
Like,
going
I
with?
feel like it fits the P1 أكتر ما it fits the Bugatti.
Yeah, a lot of cars have butterfly doors, not just the P1, Mark.
Yeah, but look, the P1 هي بس تفتح هيك, it just looks really nice. The
Yeah.
Bugatti, I feel like it's supposed to be more like
Elegant.
elegant.
So maybe like, I think if they did like what Koenigsegg has done, but
إيه,
obviously,
بيطلع لبرا بيفتح لبرا.
yeah,
It
that's
rotates.
Koenigsegg doors are like goated, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy doors.
Okay, guys, that's gonna be it for today's episode. I feel like we've covered a lot of things, especially about Porsche. We're gonna now jump inside Marchie's car and really see if the car is ass or not, right? A lot of power, a lot of torque. I really like the steering feel, honestly. The carbon is just good job, Marchie. Honestly, I'm sorry I put it in CT. Mark, do we change our mind?
I think we should raise it up one.
Hey,
Yeah, no, not.
One or two? You want to put it in B or A tier?
The burbles. The only issue is the vibration in the car. It's not really daily drivable,
It's
I
a
think.
bit too loud in the back.
Yeah, because my
Just
ass
a bit.
Yeah, my ass is shaking.
Yeah, my
I
ass is
enjoy that
shaking.
shit.
You like it?
I fuck with that shit.
My ass is vibrating, مش بس
Look,
shaking.
In all honesty, like, people hate sitting in the back of my car.
Yeah.
But
I can see
mean-
why.
I
I can see why.
I mean, like, I mean, the car is for me, you know.
Exactly. No, but I like. Yeah. Especially if you go up on the RPMs. I think S3 sweet spot is like 3,000 to 4,000. This vibration is just what.
Yeah.
It's a turn off for me, but I mean, a lot of power.
DSG farts.
Like, I'd like to yap more about the car. First of all, what
Yeah,
I love
of
about
course.
S3s, the seats are very comfortable.
Very
The seating position is just the right.
sweet spot.
Yeah, it is. And the gauges, bro, I love your gauges. They're just so nice. The old Audi, not old, but I mean, you know, this generation.
Yeah, yeah. First gen.
Oh, yes. Like, I want to put it in drive for a second and see.
Okay.
First of all, do you have any button for your exhaust, or it's always like this? It's always like this. Okay,
It's
fair.
always annoying.
Yes.
But that's the thing. I know, like, this is
It's
for
fine.
No,
the-
but that's because I chose to do it. Like
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
Hey, yeah, we were shitting on your car, مش S3s in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No,
That's
don't
the
worry.
thing.
It's okay, guys.
So-
yeah, we love that.
My only complaint for this car now is just, you know, the exhaust is loud as shit.
Yeah. Even though, like, the whole drama that it makes is cool.
And as you're driving, as you're floating it, as you're having fun, I don't think the exhaust will be a problem.
Yeah.
But it's like just like trying to have a conversation, I feel like I need to scream.
Hala, to be fair,
I know it's really nice using the gear selector, by the
yeah,
way.
I was about to say, yeah, it's so nice to use it.
It's so satisfying.
Yeah.
I feel like you're grabbing a dick.
Hey, yeah. Jesus.
Nah, bro. Oh. See, this, I don't know why I love it. I love the pop. It just makes me smile, bro,
Yeah.
every time.
Launch control, launch control, launch control.
I'm not gonna launch it,
Launch
bro.
control,
No.
launch control.
Ah,
Ooh.
Marchie, fuck yeah, buddy. This is a B tier for sure. صراحة ده حلو إنه كل مرة بسوي shit on people's cars, then they come.
Hey, he's having fun as well. Downshift,
I'm short shifting.
downshift.
And the turbo flutter. Ah.
My favorite.
And there's never ending popcorn, bro.
Literally.
Pop, 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 pop.
There, that sound is the flame.
Oh.
Oh, I love this car.
Like, I'm starting to love your car.
Yeah.
As long as he's floating it, I'm liking it.
Yeah.
As I put in and drive, I'm gonna hate it.
هلا هيك هلا
لأنه
هيك.
شوف هلا مثلا, you see هلا, what RPM are you on?
Wait, I gotta tell you why that gets annoying.
On. Around the 2.5. Feels like you can throw it in a corner without caring too much.
Yeah.
It'll just
Do you
handle
slide
it.
with it, Marchie?
Huh? Do I slide?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Really?
Fuck yeah. Especially when you take the traction off.
Uh huh.
Oh, when it rains? Oh.
It's not front wheel drive biased?
It,
هلا بس it will slide.
it is, but like even if it rains or something, like no matter what, it has so much power where it will slide no matter what.
Yeah,
Especially first gear to second gear.
I can tell.
It's the APR tune because it has 2.0 boost.
Okay.
So it has more boost than like some other tunes like
Yeah.
Revo and
Did it just go so?
yes,
Holy shit.
And how's reliability?
literally perfect.
Alhamdulillah. God's
I-
Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah,
Ooh.
When does it do that?
because I have an intake, so you can hear the flutter.
Alright, buddy. صراحة bingo. Big thumbs up.
Bingo.
Goodbye, camera. What do you mean?
Bye, guys.
Bye guys.